Tom Brady. Let's talk about Tom Brady. You know, he really has a wonderful life, and people envy him so much for his beautiful lifestyle and all of the accomplishments that he has. I used to see him being. And when he was pictured the last few years, it was always next to Jimmy Garoppolo. And he's such a handsome fella, Jimmy is, that kind of outshone Tom. And Tom's image is becoming more and more important to him as he realizes that his football career is about to come to an end and Jimmy is going to take his place in New England. Of course, that's not going to happen because of the incidences that we're discussing right now. How does Bill Belichick, the smartest man in football, give up the future of the New England Patriots for a second round draft pick? Doesn't make any sense. And I did think that Jimmy had said that Bill had said something like, let us get him back later. Make a little deal on the side. This isn't serious. Everything's just a mess. But I want to go back for a second. See how this works out. And remind everybody that there was a time when we in New England didn't know who Jimmy Garoppolo was, just as they don't know who he is in San Francisco. And that is why you hear a lot of things about the fans in San Francisco. Calm down. He's not anything special. And, they won 2 games against 2 weak teams, and it doesn't even mean a thing. And I think there's actually not enough excitement in San Francisco because this little video, which is one of my favorites from a great comedian in Boston, it is at the time in which Jimmy Garoppolo made his first start as a New England Patriot. And this is the reaction that New England had to Jimmy Garoppolo. And remember, Tom Brady is on his suspension and he's coming back. And this is how excited they are in New England in comparison to a rather sedate, if you ask me, feeling about Jimmy Garoppolo in San Francisco. Now, how do I do this? Let me just. That's it. Doesn't that go?
Oh, Jimmy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh,
Itchy, you're not watching those Garoppolo highlights with no pants on again, are you?
talking football.
You're not walking.
Anyway, now, when the New England Patriots give up Jimmy Garoppolo, I think that there are some things they don't want Jimmy to play when he goes to San Francisco, but he has to play. He's replacing an injured player. But at his first start, they knew that he was going to love working with this slot receiver, a great rookie, and they poisoned his food so that he couldn't play. But he woke up and he said, dang it, I'm going to play. They are so rebellious. And he did, making his career best yardage after having had a very bad illness. Somebody poisoned him. This is serious stuff. And another thing is it's causing Tom Brady to lose his temper. He was in when Jimmy made his introductory uh, game. Tom was up in Buffalo, and that was the most boring game of the year. Jimmy's stats were better than his. In the first half of Tom's game, only field goals, but for 9 points, while Jimmy had scored only field goals for 12 points. Oh, this is weighing on Tom because he's just a regular guy. But one thing he is he's vain. He's a very vain guy. He did not like that ESPN cover. It aged him and made him look ugly. And he didn't like all those shots with him and the upcoming handsome young quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. And so he had to go. I think that they really fell in line. But if Tom wins his Super Bowl, perhaps the story can change. And I think that that's what Bill Belichick has in mind, or at least I hope so. After the Super Bowl, Tom retires. He gets Jimmy back onto the Patriot team, and then the Patriots continue to dominate as they have for the last 2 decades.